dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The manhunt continues for a suspect after 5 people were shot on Interstate 75 yesterday, about 8 miles north of London. Police did discover some important clues today, and we are learning more about the injuries of those hit by the gunfire. Nobody was killed. WYMT's Amelia Lee is live in London and begins our coverage. Amelia.
Steve, officials say that the 5 people who were injured by the gunfire are in stable condition at the moment, but the suspect, Joseph Couch, has still not been found. But Gilbert Achardo with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office does tell me that Couch's vehicle and possible weapon, plus a cell phone with the batteries taken out, has been found.
We located an AR-15. It's going to be processed, and it is in a wooded area next to the interstate, in a location that he could have shot down upon the interstate from that wooded location.
Achardo says the suspect, 32-year-old Joseph Couch, is considered armed and dangerous and could potentially still be in the wooded area.
He couldn't have picked an area that is any more remote.
The search started up again at approximately 6:30 Sunday morning, after ending during nightfall on Saturday. Achardo says agencies are not going to stop searching.
We don't want our guys to get hurt. We don't want any more of the public to be hurt. And we want to take him into custody safely, and it's a big task.
London Mayor Randall Weddle has been at the search throughout the day, saying he is hopeful for a resolution.
These guys are focused, but you could see in their faces as well that they want to get this guy. They want to make sure that he does no more harm to this community.
We want to get him tonight. We want to get him before it gets dark again, but no promises. You know, we're going to do our very best.
As search efforts continued, food was being collected for the agencies at the scene, with an outpouring of folks coming in to help out law enforcement.
A lot of these people live in the area that this incident occurred, so they are grateful and showing their support in this way, and it gives them a way of doing something and being beneficial.
Weddle says folks in Laurel County are resilient.
We're a strong community, and we're going to get through this, but we got to get through this together.
I am continuing to stay in contact with local officials. That includes Gilbert Achardo as well as Mayor Weddle to see what is happening and what's going on. We do know of 2 news conferences that are going to be happening, one at 7 o'clock right here in front of the Laurel County Sheriff's Office, as well as another news conference at 9 o'clock this evening. In Laurel County, Amelia Lee, WYMT Mountain News.
Amelia, thank you, and we hope to carry those news conferences live at 7 and 9 o'clock. Obviously, it's getting close to getting dark again, so the urgency of this search is definitely underway. But again, news conferences scheduled at 7 and 9 o'clock tonight, and we'll continue to keep you updated on this. Governor Andy Beshear took to social media after learning about the shooting and most recently shared this tweet saying, quote, "Law enforcement continue their investigation into yesterday's shooting in Laurel County. Let's all give our thanks for their hard work to keep us safe," end quote. Congressman Hal Rogers also took to Facebook yesterday evening saying, quote, "As we await more details, please join me in praying for those involved in the tragic shooting on I-75 in Laurel County and all the first responders who are heroically responding." School districts in the area are certainly keeping an eye on this situation, with the Laurel County Public District making the announcement just a short time ago that schools will be closed tomorrow, September 9th. Again, schools in the Laurel County School District close tomorrow. We also spoke to the superintendent of Harlan Independent, C.D. Morton, because some of the school's band students were heading home from a band competition in Richmond when they were caught in this mess on I-75 yesterday. He told us in part, quote, "I spoke to the bus driver and he was able to affirm to me that everyone is safe and sound and in good spirits. There were some rumors, and you may have seen this on social media today, there were some rumors about semi-trucks surrounding the bus, and that's not necessarily accurate. There were several semis that were coincidentally behind the school bus. Again, that from Harlan Independent Superintendent C.D. Morton. Now, yesterday's shooting resulted in a 21-mile closing on I-75. Many people found themselves stuck on the interstate for hours. Alexa Minton is breaking down the traffic impact of this mass shooting.
Starting Saturday at 5:30 p.m., deputies were dispatched to a report of shots fired on I-75 around exit 49, which is located right here near Kentucky 909 and US 25. Now, it's about 8 miles north of the city of London and an hour south of Lexington. It's also right at the exit for the 49er truck stop and War Zone Paintball, as well as just north of the Wood Creek Lake Dam in North Laurel County. Now, Laurel County Sheriff John Root reported around 9 cars were shot and multiple accidents occurred in both the northbound and southbound directions, leading to a multiple-hour shutdown of I-75. It was initially between exits 59 and 49, but they expanded the closure north and south to both exits 41 and 62, and making it an almost 20-mile stretch to allow for any vehicles initially blocked in to exit the highway safely. It was closed for almost 4 hours before reopening around 9:20. According to the Kentucky Transportation Center's website, a study they did in 2019 says this area averages anywhere between 37,000 to 39,000 vehicles that pass through it daily. And with the roadway being this busy, closed for multiple hours, it caused major traffic backups and congestion.
First responders responding to the active shooter situation are being well taken care of. There's been a tremendous response to a call to drop off food and water at the Emergency Operations Center in London. WYMT's Phil Pendleton is there and shows us what folks are doing.
The Emergency Operations Center here in London has become a big drop-off location for lots and lots of items. You see the pallet of water behind me. This is just a small example of the tremendous amount of supplies that have been brought here and donated here. Dozens of police from numerous agencies working the scene at exit 49 in Laurel County as the search goes on for that suspect. Now, people were asked if they could bring supplies to help them. They were overwhelmed with their response. Hot food, cold food, snacks, water, Gatorade from businesses and individuals.
Well, to me, it just lets you in a little bit about our community and about who Laurel County is and who London in particular is. And we are people that love and no matter what's going on, we just try, when a problem hits, we just try to come together.
So we're keeping them fed, and it looks like the community's showing up with drinks and snacks, and we personally brought pizzas, and we're here as long as they need us.
Local police and first responders say they have received so much, they're actually asking people to hold off for now, to not bring really anything else until the need grows once again, because really they have so much food, so much water, they really don't know what they're going to do with all of it at this point. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
We are told that around 3 to 4 dozen or so first responders are involved in the search for the suspect right now. As we continue to follow this situation out of Laurel County, make sure to download the WYMT News app, and you will receive push notifications. If you sign up, you'll receive push notifications for updates. Also, notifications for the WYMT News app must be enabled. To receive those, you just check the breaking news, live reminders, and closing preferences in the app's setting. Just download that QR code that you see there on your screen for the WYMT News app.
And for what's been a really tough weekend for people in Eastern Kentucky, at least we do have somewhat calm weather surrounding us, and it hasn't been that way for the last couple weekends, but it is at least that way right now. Taking a look at our current temperatures, we are sitting in the low 70s right now. 70 in Hazard, 70 in Williamsburg, 72 in Somerset, and 67 out in Pikeville. So a very cool day so far. And taking a look from Buffalo Mountain right now, clear skies as well. So we're staying pretty cool, not a lot of cloud cover to give us much problems at all. If you look at satellite and radar, we don't really have anything going on. Just a little bit of specks in the air, but that's not rain. It's just a little bit of clutter that the radar's picking up. Over the next 12 hours, we are looking to dip back down into the 40s as we move overnight. And as we get colder, we do have a record to watch. Our forecasted low for tonight is 45 degrees. That is 4 degrees colder than the record low set back in 2017. Steve?
All right, Drake, thank you. 2 people have been arrested after a shooting in Hazard. Police say it happened Saturday on Hall Road, not too far from Roy G. Everso Elementary School. Officials executed a search warrant on the vehicle and found multiple firearms, ammunition, illegal drugs, and drug paraphernalia. One woman who did not want to go on camera told us she was scared to even walk her dog after it happened.
I usually walk my dog up that way, but I was kind of afraid to this morning because I didn't know what else is going to go on. But I walked him very little and I got back because, you know, it could be me, it could be, you know, could be you or anybody. If somebody does it to someone, they're going to do it. They don't care who it is.
The woman says her daughter had just gotten home from work when the shooting happened, saying it was a scary experience. Now, nobody was hurt, and police have not released the names of the suspects. One person is facing charges after another weekend shooting in Perry County. At approximately 11:30 Saturday, officials with the Perry County Sheriff's Office responded to a home on Happy Circle. After an investigation, officials believe a 20-year-old man fired several shots into a home. Officials arrested him. He's charged with 9 counts of attempted murder. No injuries were reported and no name has been released of the suspect. Coming up on Mountain News Weekend Edition, how one organization is helping a local animal shelter that struggled recently.
And we do have possible record-breaking low temperatures in eastern Kentucky. The details on the record and a midweek warm-up in just a few minutes. Stay with us.